Greetings, y'all. This is the video that I said I would do. That was about a dream that I had, and the dream basically, if I could title anything, it would be distractions. Yah says that there are too many distractions going on, that we're being distracted, and we're in a time when everything is about to change. So what you're holding on to is not going to look the same tomorrow. This stuff is happening pretty quickly, and we're being distracted just through living. And trust me, I understand that living is enough, but what we've been living for is a distraction, and these distractions are not going to be able to hold you for what is happening if you're not paying attention, if you're not prayerful, if you're not vigilant, if you are not filling your homes, your vessels with the Ruach, with the Holy Spirit. You're going to be deceived, and you're not going to be ready for what's happening. It's time to put down the distractions. It's time to put down the distractions. So in this, I said I was going to start just telling you the dreams. I want to just do what I normally do and just tell you what they mean. But in this dream, I was in a class, and Michelle Obama was the instructor who was teaching a class full of the daughters of Zion what we needed to do to prepare. I know that Michelle Obama is controversial for some, but that's not the point. The point is what she was doing in this dream. So, real quick, the reason why I believe it was Michelle Obama teaching us is because since she was in the White House and for 2 terms, she knows what's happening. She knows what's going on. To some level, this is why I believe that it was her that was teaching it. Not because, past it being Michelle Obama. She was teaching us to prepare for what she knows is coming. This is why it's Michelle Obama. Because she's been in the White House. I'm sure she's heard conversations. I'm sure Barack has said some things to her. So she knows what's coming. This is why it was her who was trying to teach the class. And she was pouring herself out. She was pouring herself out in this dream to tell this class of women what they needed to do, because there was about to be a change. And she was pouring out to the point where she was vigorously trying to get her point across and give us strategic things to do to prepare for what's happening. So as she's giving this class, most of the women who are in this class are sitting on the floor, not in desk, in an upright position. They're sitting on the floor, they're lounging, they're having a hard time focusing, but I'm standing in the corner. And as she's saying, you need to do this, I go get it and I do. There's a drawer on another side of the room that I can go and get what she says doing. And then she says, you need to do this. And I immediately get up because I'm standing, and I run to go what she said to go in the classroom and grab that and bring it back. And then she says, you need to go and do that. So I immediately go to where this resource is in the classroom, and I grab it. So I realize what I'm doing is I'm building a bag. I'm going to say a bug out bag, but I'm building a bag of everything that I need to be prepared for this change, because whatever this change is going to happen so quickly that it will make your head spin. So whatever's going to happen, it's going to be like night and day. It's not going to be a smooth transition. It's going to be today this way, the end of the day that way, not even tomorrow. It's going to be the morning this way, by afternoon a whole new way, whatever this is that is coming. And she was just looking at these ladies as they were just sitting around One was tending to the babies, and the other was trying to call and get her babysitters to pick the children up. The other one was tending to just daily issues. Oh my goodness, my bills. What's my husband gonna do? Oh my goodness, my job. I need the time off. Oh my goodness, I can't. Like, everybody was just worried about everyday struggles. Everyday struggles. And Michelle was just like getting crazy, because the more she realized that attention was not being paid to her, the more anxious she began to get, and was like shaking and like, do you understand what I'm telling you? Right? And so I was literally, as she was saying, I'm up, I'm running, I'm going to get it. Right? And then when this thing happened, whatever you had was gone. And whatever you built in this bug out bag was all you had. And that bag began to be a resource for everything. So what was she doing? She was giving us a resource for everything that they were taking. Everything that was going to be taken, she was giving us a resource for it. So now that the resource is gone, the women are like, wait a minute, what about me? And so she's like, yo, I'm sitting here. I'm trying to tell you. I've been here telling you, talking to you. And they're like, but she got that. And they're like, yeah, because, well, when I was talking, she was up running around the classroom going to make sure she got everything that I was saying. So afterwards, after this change, it went from being a bug out bag to almost like armor. So I began putting on everything, filling myself up with everything in this bug out bag. And when it was over, I was standing strong. And now I'm helping Michelle to help them as best I can with what resources we have available. But their minds are so far from being where we are that it's like past any game of catch up. It's not even a game of catching up right now. Now it's about just, they're so far behind that they don't have any idea of what's going on, and they're just like, I don't know. This was that dream, y'all. So what I got from y'all is he is saying that they're distractions. What is going on, they're distractions. And that what we need is this armor. We need to be grabbing our resources, our bug out bags, or we need to be asking the Holy Spirit for these supernatural provisions that he has for us. But these supernatural provisions are going to be the very thing that is going to sustain you physically and what's happening. And if your mind is focused on the things in this world, you're going to miss out on the preparation. You're going to miss out on all the provision and the resources that are being given. Do not let this world distract you. Yes, I understand. I have a family that I have to take care of, so I understand just how important they are. But you need to understand and know that what you're using to provide for them is about to change. So what you're being distracted by, you're not going to be able to have the means to take care of them. So right now, you need to put them to the side, and you need to focus on Yah and the provision that he is giving. You need the provision that he has given you. Right? You need to focus on Yah and the provisions that he has laid down for us to get through whatever this next step is. And whatever it is, it's going to be so fast. You're going to need the fruits of the Spirit. You're going to have to fill yourself up with the Holy Spirit to get through this. You need that bug out bag. You're going to need that. I don't know if I should take that literally as build a bag to prepare to go, or if it's as if we need to have these provisions spiritually within us to prepare for what is coming. Because it's something that we're not ready for, we're not used to, And the energy that you're putting into these distractions, you need to be putting into your provision. And so that was a dream that I had. And whatever is happening fast. Whatever it is, whatever this change is happening fast. So just stay prayerful, just stay vigilant, stay in your word, and take control over your environment, over your home. Take control over these distractions. You need to understand that there's no amount of work that you can do in yourself physically to prepare for what's about to happen. The only way you're going to get through this is with spiritual discernment, with the Holy Spirit that has been given to us by Yahusha. That's the only way that you're going to be able to make it through what's happening. And I'm not trying to scare you, because y'all, it's time out on mess. If you can't look and see what's happening, then I don't know what to tell you. Come out of the ways of this world and begin to feed on the word. Begin to be nurtured by the word and live it, do it. That is coming out of you. If you're not praying before you step out your door, what are you doing? If you're not praying over your family, why? What you can do for them is nothing. You're doing them a misservice if you don't give it over to the Holy Spirit and begin to pour the Holy Spirit onto every area of your life again. Esau is the end of this world, and Jacob is the beginning of that which follows. You need to be filled with the Spirit to get through this. Because when this change is going to happen, and when it changes, there's no way that you're going to make it in your own efforts. You're going to need the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, to get through this. You're going to need the blood of Yahusha to sustain you. You're going to need the presence of your army, your arsenal of angels that Yah has blessed you with. And you're going to need Yahweh himself to cradle you through these times. There's no way you're going to get through this. There's no way. Whatever this event is not specifically in just America. It's a worldwide event, although each nation will go through their own trial and tribulation, their own form of judgment. So it will not look the same everywhere, but no nation will be spared from what is happening. No nation will be spared from what is happening. And for you to get through it in your homes, you're going to need the Holy Spirit, because there's no other way to do this. So the dream, basically, if I will call it anything, I will call it distractions. Let go of the distractions, because you can't do it for them. Understand that you can't do it for your family. So if these distractions are holding you to the point where you're being pulled left and right, you need to give it to the Holy Spirit. You need to call on Yah, because he's the one that can do all this. He's the one that calms the storm. You need to call on Most High Yah. You need every word that Yahusha said to build you in spirit, that you know. That every word he spoke came from his Abba. So you need to speak the words that he spoke. Peace, be still. Speak to those things. Speak to those things. Peace, be still. Speak to those things. Speak to the job. Speak to your boss. Speak through your children, through your family. Speak through your issues. Peace, be still. In the name of Yahusha. In the name of Yahweh Shai. In the name of Yasha. You need to speak that life over that. Because it is transformative, and he can do far more exceedingly and abundantly than we can ever ask or imagine. And y'all be taking that thing, y'all be goofy with it. The Bible is practical. The word is practical as it is spiritual. The words are spirit, but it is also practical. Just begin to apply the word to every area in your life where you feel you're being pulled and you're being tugged. Peace be still. Oh, Abba. Oh, Abba, Holy Spirit, plug into this area in my life where I'm having problems. And then as he begins to answer, remember, oh my goodness, he answered. Document that so that you know, oh my goodness, the word works. The minute you begin to realize that the word works, it will continue to work for you. The minute you realize that the word works, it will continue to work for you because you're realizing it. Oh, them bills. Oh, Father, those bills. In the name of Yahusha, I give you this bill. I put it before you, Father. All of our needs are provided by you through your kingdom and your riches and glory through Yahusha. So I give you this bill. This is paid. This is done. I trust you. And when it happens, oh my goodness, then you know, document. He came through when I said this so that you're building your faith. You're building your faith and calling on him to the point you begin to call on him for everything. Like he's your best friend because he is. Don't be distracted. Don't be distracted. Give your distractions over in the name of Yahusha. Speak what it is and give it to Yahusha in his precious name. Give it to y'all. Let the Holy Spirit lead and guide you. Another dream that I had related to this is a dream of me with this young Hebrew boy. And I'm standing at a bus stop and I'm trying to do what I want to do. I want to go here. I'm waiting for this particular bus to come. And the boy wants me to go to the mountains. I'm like, nah, I'm going to go over here to the beach. I'm trying to go to the beach. I'm trying to go over here to work. So I work over here at the beach. And he's like, okay, all right, I'll go with you. But I want to go over here. And then as I began to get on this bus, I went through all kind of obstacles just to get on the bus. And I got on the bus and there were people that were shady on the bus. And the bus took me to a part of town where there were different beings, different animals laid over the whole building. I understood principalities. I'm in a place that I should not be in. How did I get here? And then I began to think, oh man, I should have listened to this kid who told me that I should go this way up the mountain to him, up the mountain with him. And then I began to understand who this child was. The child was the Holy Spirit. But why is he a boy? Because I have shrunk him down in my life to being a child that I pull around and lead with me wherever I want to go. I'm taking him by the hand and I'm dragging him to where I want to go while he's like, no, but I want to go up here. Why? Because it's a high place. I want to go over here to the beach, the low place, the valley. He's like, no, let's go up here. I didn't listen. So he said, okay. Okay. Why? He's a gentleman. What is that saying? That I have been choosing to take the Holy Spirit by the hand and grab and drag him with me where I went, even though I wasn't supposed to be there. So everything that I dealt with was on me. I chose the people that I was on the bus with. I chose these creepy buildings that I was driving through. I chose this beach location that I went to. I chose all of that, and he was a gentleman because the Holy Spirit is that. He's a gentleman. We have free will and choice. And then I understood that I was limiting the Holy Spirit in my life. And how many of us do that? We just say, well, I want to go here. Lord, this is what I want to do. We cannot operate in that anymore. That literally is Esau. So when I woke up and understood, I repented. And ever since then, I have been saying, oh, Holy Spirit, you are my friend closer than my own skin. You knew me from the beginning of the creation. You knew me, and you know the plans that my Abba has for me. You know better than me what I need to be doing. So I surrender. I give you my open hands, Yah. I surrender. Holy Spirit, take me by my right hand, and you lead and you guide me up that mountain that Yah wants me to go up. And ever since then, The Holy Spirit has been guiding me in so many ways, even to doing this more openly, because what I was doing was what I was choosing. But I've always wanted, there's always been something in me, as I wanted to be a therapist, as I wanted to be able to talk to people. And at one time, I actually wanted to do radio, I wanted to do broadcasting. And now I'm able but to share what? To broadcast with you the word, to broadcast with you these times, to talk to you and tell you what I'm learning, so that we can learn together to be prepared for what's going on. So he led me back to what y'all created me before, what y'all created me for before I even was born. He led me to Yah's purpose for me. He showed me my blueprint. The Holy Spirit revealed to me the instructions of this vessel. These vessels have instructions. And you need to tap into the instructions of the vessel that you are living in, so that Yah can use it for his glory, right? And that all of our needs are met by him, and that we're completed by Yahusha, that we live and that we're complete, that he plugs into every hole, that he plugs into every area of barrenness, every fracture, that he pours into us, that we're completed by faith through Yahusha and filled with his Holy Spirit. So that's the dream that I had. The two dreams that I had, I really was only going to tell one. But the other dream directly related to you letting the Holy Spirit guide you through, because he's trying to take us up the mountain to a place of safety. Don't drag him with you to damnation. Go up that mountain. Okay? So that's my message to you on the distractions, to not be deceived, to not be distracted, to every area where you feel you're being pulled, to speak life over that thing, ask the Holy Spirit to fill that thing and to tell it to be still, just as Yahusha told the storm. So be at peace. I pray that your family and you find all the peace in every way that Yahusha has blessed you with here now, while he is able to be sought and found. Talk to you later.